Hey guys, what's up everyone? Welcome and welcome back again to another video tutorial lesson from the Apex Predator Billiards Training Club. My name is Apex Elenio, your aspiring professional pool player and pool instructor. Now in today's video tutorial, I'm going to be exposing, but rather sharing I should say, a discovery that I had made a while back. It has been working for me, and it has to do with pocketing rail cut shots, but I'm going to be using a hybrid method, one in which I can safely say that I discovered, and I've mixed that with an aiming system that you guys would most likely be familiar with already, which is known as fractional ball aiming. I have some tutorial videos on my channel as it relates to that, so do check the links in the description box below. But I'm going to be attaching to this particular system here diamond referencing. I'm going to be using the diamonds that are on the long rail in order to judge and feel and get a feel actually of the potting angle of these rail shots that you see me setting up here currently on the screen. So I'm going to be showing you how you can predetermine shot angles between 0 to 15 degrees, 15 to 30 degrees, 30 degrees to 45 degrees, and of course angles that are above 45 degrees. I'm not going to be focusing too much on the cue ball control, but it's very important that we actually still pay attention to where this cue ball is going for future reference. So of course guys, if this is the first time you're on the channel, consider smashing that subscribe button below, turning on your post notification bell, leave some positive questions and comments, and of course do not forget to smash the like button. I have some really awesome content coming out here for you. Alright, so here we go guys. Now you can see here that I have started by setting up my 45 degree cut shot, and in order for you to do this, I particularly create a 45 degree cut shot by creating a perfect square from the vertex or the potting or the contact spot on the object ball, by creating a perfect square where I am actually 4 diamonds on each side, 4 diamonds down on the long rail, 4 diamonds across, and also that are parallel. So it creates a square like what you see me having on screen here. All right, now with this kind of shot here, a 45 degree cut shot requires a quarter ball hit where you're aiming the center of the cue ball towards the outside edge of the object ball. And what I find is that with 45 degree cut shots, it really can be very difficult, and it actually has the cue ball moving a lot across the table. You tend to lose a bit of control if you don't stroke it cleanly. And as you can see on the replay here, as I stroke this one ball in, you'll see how cleanly it went into the pocket, but the cue ball tends to lose a little bit of control at times. So like I said, this video won't be primarily focusing on cue ball control, but I'll be focusing primarily on using the hybrid aiming method of the diamonds on the short rail to pot shots that are a ball and a half, give or take, off the long rail. Now, as I said guys, I'll be walking you through the potting angle ranges. I'm going to be starting from 0 degrees, and as I progressed across the table, I'll show you how I use potting angles to really give me an idea of where I need to aim. Now, the first set of shots that I'll be looking at here are straight in shots using center ball. Now, in this particular setup here, I actually had a slight angle that I didn't realize in the setup. So when I try to play this ball with center ball, you can see it's spun across the table just simply because of that slight angle. Now, if you had that shot straight in and you played with center ball, you really should stop dead where the cue ball is. But you can see that little turning in my arm, maybe a little bit of unwanted side spin to throw that ball into the pocket. That ideally was what happened while that cue ball got moving. Right, now I'll be looking at playing with stun draw here on this particular shot, and with this I should be able to get the cue ball just maybe in front of the side pocket, maybe a little bit below there or thereabout, and that's a really nice control shot, especially when you have a slight angle and you'd want to control the cue ball within a certain range. Maybe you want to draw back an inch or two, so straight in shots like these are crucial when it comes to your game. Now I'll be moving on here to playing with stun follow or stun roll, as I like to call it. And these shots, you're not going to find yourself missing these shots a lot, but occasionally, like what you see there, if you don't take the time out and you're not meticulous with your delivery, you can have shots like these where I'm not sure if maybe there was a bit of unwanted side spin, a turn in the arm may have caused that miss. But like I said, guys, this is an uncut version video. I'm not taking out my bad misses. I'm showing you everything, because in practice, as I said, it's not the perfection of the execution that you do. It's how well you learn lessons from your mistakes, and that's how you improve. Now, there was a bit better quality in that delivery, hence getting that 6 ball to go down into the pocket there. Right now, for this video, I'll be primarily focusing on the vertical axis of the cue ball to try to figure out how we can play position. Not only about position, but pocket these balls cleanly. So now I'm going to be looking at a 15-degree cut shot. As to how I came up with these measurements, guys, it just really, I kind of felt like the angle was like about 15 degrees, and I chose an part of the object ball to aim at. Now with a 15-degree cut shot, this is almost like a 7/8 ball hit, like a little bit close to 3/4 ball hit, but a little bit more. And with a shot like this, I find that this is a really nice angle when you want to control the cue ball. Like when you have an angle and you want to control the cue ball around the same area, this angle is really perfect. You're able to go through with your stroke, you're able to deliver the cue with authority, and you're able to pocket the ball cleanly on angles like this. Now moving on here to stun roll or stun follow here, I find that this particular angle is ideal when it comes to trying to get the cue ball to go up towards the short rail. When you have an angle like this that is quite shallow, it is nice, because with follow, the cue ball tends to throw a little bit, like what you're seeing here with the 7 ball. It throws a little bit, but with the follow, it tends to help the cue ball to glide into the pocket, and this is nice to get the cue ball up towards the short rail here. All right, now I'll be using now here stun draw, or stun draw, pardon me. And again, as I said, I find that this shot is ideal in getting the cue ball to go below the side pocket with a bit more control. All right, and this is very, very ideal pocketing here. With the 15-degree cut shot, you have a lot of control on the cue ball. So if it's a case where you want to keep the angle on the shot that you currently have and you want to maintain control on the cue ball, it's always ideal to have an angle of around 0 to 15 degree, give or take, there about. All right, now I'll be moving on now to a 22.5-degree cut shot, and again I'll be moving here with center ball. Now what you're gonna see here is that I missed this shot. If I remember correctly, I did miss this shot in the practice session, and there's actually a powerful knowledge behind this. I find that when I play with center ball, and I'm not sure if it's the same thing for you, when I play with center ball, I find a lot of the times that I have to slightly overcut, because in a tutorial that I had watched a few years ago, an instructor told me that when you play with center ball, you find that throw is at its maximum. You can see how badly I missed that shot. It actually went into the rail near to the second diamond, so it didn't threaten the pocket any at all. So I find that with center ball, you have to slightly overcut the shot a little bit. Now with a 22.5 degrees, we're looking at a 5/8 ball cut. It's not a half ball cut, but a 5/8 ball cut. And with shots like this, you'll find that when you hit it purely and cleanly, you can get it to the other side of the table. You can get to the other side of the table, and you can also get the cue ball moving with a certain level of control. Now you can see within the delivery of the cue here, very steady, cleanly placed into the pocket. You can see the cue ball coming across the table, bumping out, and you're still maintaining control of the table. right? Maintain control of the cue ball, pardon me. Now I'm going to be using stun follow here, or stun roll as I always like to call it, on a 22.5 degrees. This tends to bring me across table, not up towards the short rail, but more towards the long rail on the other side of the short rail. So a lot of the times you may have a ball that is on the short rail and you have to get onto the other side. Then you find that with a stun roll like this, the angle naturally carries you about 2 diamonds above the tangent line, because at 45 degrees, as you will see later on in the video, the stun follow tends to carry you directly across the side rail here. So that's really good when it comes to that shot. Now I'm be using stun draw here for this particular one, and with stun draw here I tend to come a little bit below the side pocket slightly, maybe about a diamond and a half there or thereabout. So when you have a nice stroke, when you have a nice delivery like what you're seeing here on the replay, once you deliver your cue purely through the cue ball and you aim with stun, again you can see the amount of control that I have on the cue ball, and these are shots that you really want to practice, guys. Now we're going to be moving on again back to center ball, but now we're going to be moving at a 30-degree cut shot. Now with a 30-degree cut shot, most of you guys will know that this is actually a half ball hit, and you're aiming the center of the cue ball just towards the inside edge of the circumference of the object ball, as you see me displaying here on screen. And again, that goes very close to where stun brought me. Stun carried me a little bit lower. Center ball there carried me just maybe a diamond or half a diamond below that side pocket. It's a risky shot, but sometimes with a shot like this, you really have that just one area where you have to bump in between and come right back out for position. And again, with center ball, you may lose a little bit of control, which is why most times players tend to use stun draw with a timeout stroke in order for the cue ball to maintain control. Alright, now we're moving on here to stun draw, and again at a 30-degree cut shot. For me personally, this is the perfect angle that you want to have when you want to get the cue ball across the table and you want to still maintain control and you want to keep a nice speed. Now if you notice that as I bounce across the side rail, it kind of hit the same area where the center ball hit just moments ago. Let's have a look here. Nice clean stroke, nice delivery, and you'll see that it heads there about half a diamond below the side pocket. So I felt like I didn't really stun draw that cue ball. I think it may have picked up some slide upon contact, so it kind of went into the same area. So I don't think that shot played through, but nevertheless the delivery was clean, the pot was clean, and cue ball maintained control, which is ideally what we want. Now at a 30-degree cut shot playing with stun roll, stun follow, you'll find here that the cue ball will go 1 diamond above the tangent line. Now earlier when I played the 22.5-degree cut shot, you saw that I went 2 diamonds above. So mathematically you'll realize that as I get closer and closer to 45 degree, then the cue ball is going to come closer and closer towards the tangent line. That is the 3rd diamond down from the long rail. So you'll see that the cue ball just hit about the 2nd diamond here, and that's a very, very key shot that I actually learned from one of Ralph Eckert's billiard instructional videos. Really powerful knowledge when it comes to playing position using that 30-degree stun roll shot there. All right, now moving on here now to center ball, and this is actually at 37.5 degree. This is very close to 45 degree, and you'll see here that I missed that shot again badly. And as I said to you earlier, guys, when it comes to center ball, it is crucial that you remember that with center ball, throw is at its maximum. I kind of hit that ball a bit thick. I'm not sure if throw might have affected me there, but I find that if it is that you want to be very precise, it's very important that you understand putting angles. Now 37.5 degrees is within the range of a 30-degree and a 45-degree cut shot, but it's closer to a 45-degree cut shot, so it's kind of like the same aiming point. As you'll see here I display on the screen, you'll find that a 37.5-degree cut shot is almost close to a quarter ball. This is like about a 3/8 ball hit. So it's very close, so I kind of just use the pocket to help me, and I kind of just aim at the same position as I would if I was aiming at a 45-degree cut shot. Your delivery have to be clean and your stroke have to be clean, and it's very important that as you go through this particular shot making or ball pocketing drill here, as I would like to call it, you'll find here that you have to maintain cue ball control, and you need to record and store the information about how the cue ball travels across the rail or across the table. Now I'm going to be using a stun roll, stun follow here, and this is going to come very close to the tangent line, just maybe slightly above the third diamond. There you go, just slightly above the third diamond. And again, if you watch the quality of the delivery, my head is down, my stroke is clean. After delivery, I haven't moved my body, my eyes are still on the potting angle, I'm keeping my eyes on the cue ball, then I begin to move and get up out of my stroke. And this is very key when it comes to cue ball control and positional play. When you make sudden movements in your body, you're going to find a lot of the times that that's what causes you to miss. Alright, now I'm going to be using stun draw here, and again, as I said, stun draw is like what I like to use. It kind of helps the cue ball the object ball, pardon me, to glide into the pocket. Now if you look here at this delivery, it was a little bit off. I kind of decelerated with my stroke. Let's have a look here at the replay. As I aim my shot up here, I slightly decelerated my cue. You can see that the cue ball didn't go through the cue ball, pardon me, the cue didn't go through the cue ball. So that's what would have perhaps contributed towards that miss. But like I said, in practice, guys, it is very important that you continue to just record why you miss so you can improve. That was very, very dangerous there. That could have been a scratch. I would safely say that at this angle, you must be aware of the scratch into the side. I got very fortunate there. You can see how close I got towards that side pocket. So that's definitely something to take note of going forward. Alright, so I'm back to the 45-degree cut shot. It was the opening shot in this particular video where I played with stun draw, but now I'm going to be playing with stun roll. And again, as I said, at this angle, the cue ball will perhaps go very, very close to the tangent line. You'll see that the cue ball will go very close here towards the third diamond. I think maybe I might have missed the shot. Oh, that was a horrible miss. That was ridiculously overcut. I don't think that probably you would have imagined back cutting a shot like this, but the perspective when you're down on a shot like this, you can be fooled easily, especially when you're using an aiming system like fractional ball aiming. You really have to dial down on the delivery of the cue, really, and you have to trust what you're seeing. So on my second attempt there, I was able to deliver the cue nice and clean, keeping my eyes on the potting angle, watching the cue ball come across towards the third diamond there and deposit that shot into the pocket. Alright, so really, really nice here. Now as I go beyond 45 degrees, I start to use these shots. I call these shots thin cut shots. I don't really have a potting angle because at this point I start to use the Shane Van Boning's aiming system, or the shaft aiming system, which is something that I'm going to be doing on the channel. I'm going to be showing you how to use your shaft to aim. I find that this aiming system is really powerful when it comes to thin cut shots. This is what I use a lot of the times when I'm in my matches. If I end up with a shot that's this thin, then I use my shaft to aim. Alright, and that was cleanly cut. I mean, it went into the right side of the pocket, but as I said, you don't really want to end up on a shot like that and don't have a reference to which you can use to aim. Now I've gone close now to about 75 degree, and this is ridiculously thin. Like I said, you can't really do much with the cue ball. You can mostly play with follow, and that's as much as you can really do here. You can see that was again horribly back cutted because I aimed the shot a bit too thin. Again, the perspective when you're down on the shot, and I want, when you guys give this a try, let me know in the comments what the angle feels like to you. It feels ridiculously thin, and you have a high probability here that you will overcut the shot. But if you're clean, like this particular shot here, which again went into the right side of the pocket, you're gonna find nicely that with a clean delivery, staying steady, no body movements, and just focusing on that spot using the outer half or the outer edge of your shaft. Once you end up with a shot like this and you use this reference system by Shane Van Boning, you are going to have a lot of success when it comes to this. All right, so that is it, guys. That was, I felt, was a really nice video. I felt like there was something to learn. We really discussed a lot regarding 15 degrees, 30 degrees, 22.5 degrees, 45 degrees, 37.5 degrees. These are all putting angle range. You cannot go on the table and know exactly what the putting angle is, because most of the times when I'm on the table I use my subconscious ability, but because I've practiced so much and put a lot of work into my game, a lot of the times I don't really think about what the putting angle is. I just have a natural feel for the putting angle, and once you have that, you'll be able to use fractional ball aiming. Once you know where on the object ball to aim, then you'll find easily that you will have a lot more success. All right, so you take care, guys, and until next time, I'll see you in another tutorial video. Peace, take care, and goodbye.